And yes, welcome to the stream, NY Takoda. I don't know how you say that or split that up, but welcome. Even though you're an infrequent chatter, thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it. Fight Your Sorrow, welcome to the stream. Great username. Yeah, it's a really smooth movement, but it was me. Unless it was an insane coincidence and the camera naturally panned exactly when I was moving the analog stick, but I'm pretty sure it's not the case. Yes, I do remember Split Infinity. Are you Split Infinity, or were you like a viewer of them? Also, Wind Waker rules. The whole the love on Auto-Haste, that did make me laugh, but the mic was muted. Trying to not kill the vibe too much with commentary. These scenes are all just so great.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
And yes, indeed, we are officially in the part of the game that isn't Titus retelling what happened. Hey Steve, welcome to stream.
Hey, there was more, right? I mean, like that time. Anyone?
I think
Yes?
that we should stop. Maybe. For now.
Yeah, still the first time I ever heard that line in my first ever playthrough. I was like, wait, she's stopping the pilgrimage? They succeeded. And then I was like, oh.
Let's go.
Oh, what a great part of the game. Hey Neon, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Just such a gorgeous part of the game, this. It's really stunning. Like, the music and the visuals just come together so beautifully in this one. It's stunning. Alright, let me give you guys a little bit of behind-the-scenes information. So those of you guys that watched, hopefully, the end-of-year video that I made, the long one where I just talked about everything that's been going on and my plans for 2026, one of the things I mentioned was that I am going to try and create a book for you guys, for the Danzig 08 community, and especially all of you Final Fantasy X fans out there. So I kind of announced that for the first time. And one of the big things I was thinking about for the book was like, what do I do for the cover art of the book? And the idea that I end up having, that I'm kind of working on at the moment with an artist, hopefully, is basically like, I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of the Magic the Gathering cards, but there was one that basically is called Zanarkand, I think Metropolis or something. And it's basically one half of it is Dream Zanarkand in its prime, and the other half of it is Zanarkand Ruins, basically kind of how it looks here a little more. And my idea was to basically have the front cover of the book be like Dream Zanarkand, and then transitioning into Zanarkand Ruins for the back, because the book is about basically story and preserving memories and that kind of thing. And so I found an artist that's going to put their own kind of spin on that sort of idea, and hopefully that's the plan I have for how the book will look. If it ends up being how I kind of envision it, I think it's going to be really sick. But I'm still kind of in negotiations and trying to figure it out and see if I can get it done, because I want to get it done by like a proper artist, you know, not some, you know, random person. So I think that would be really cool. So hopefully that's something that I'm kind of trying to get done in the background. If you don't know what that project's about, I strongly recommend that you at least like watch the first part of that video. The whole like 2026 is going to be a little different video, the one that's a little bit more dramatic than the usual Dansko 8 one. But there will obviously be a lot more updates and videos about that as I make more progress. Did I ever meet James Arnold Taylor? Yes, I did. I met him once in London in, I want to say, 2017, maybe? Something like that. He was awesome. Great guy. Great with the fans. And I have a video with him on the channel, actually. It's very short. It's something like Dansko 8 versus Jat or James Arnold Taylor. And it's pretty funny. You should definitely give it a search. Okay. We need to get back to business. There's been a little break here. We need to make it to the Zanarkand Dome. So yeah, we were busy trying to steal. Now we can go back to this probably. And we were swapping Titus out, basically. I think you get one hit KO'd by the One Eyes at this stage anyway. I don't remember how much damage they did, but let's just start and see what happens. It's been a little while since I've done the random encounters. Yeah, the Magic the Gathering cards were awesome. It blew my mind just how many of them they made. I think there's like 1,000 of them or something, but the quality of the art, like overall, was really stunning. And so that was the first place for me to look when I was trying to decide like what can I do in terms of cover and try to find artists. I was like, well, these guys have literally just drawn Final Fantasy themed stuff, and obviously they must be pretty legit artists if they're working for Magic the Gathering. So that was like the first list that I made, like a bunch of artists that have done work for the Final Fantasy collaboration. And I started to reach out to them, pitch them my idea, and try and see if there was any that was you know, any possibilities to work together with them. So that's what I did. So yeah, it's gonna have to be crowdfunded. It's obviously one of those where you don't really have a choice. It's gonna be a very niche, small, independent kind of project, and so it will need to be crowdfunded. But there's quite a few hoops I gotta.
How many stakes you think we can get out of these?
There's quite a few hoops we gotta jump through before we get to that stuff. You pulled another art card, Bahama art card, nice. GG. Riku doesn't have first strike. I changed her weapon. Shit. I forgot about that. I forgot what statuses they actually had. Like, it was a whole bunch. Let's just do it. This was because Riku doesn't have first strike. Otherwise, I would just put it to sleep. It does put him to sleep. Okay, excellent. I think with this guy, we need to keep trying to take him on. Ouch. When we can, because it does drop good weapons and armor, like lots of slots. Like that guy. Interesting combinations, okay. So we need to change this weapon back. Okay. Yeah, James Arnold Taylor was great. It was one of those events where if you wanted to have like pictures and videos and that kind of stuff, you had to pay extra. Like it was during a big, it was like London Comic Con basically. And I basically originally didn't want to do that. I just wanted to meet him, you know, just say hi. I wrote him like a little thank you letter kind of thing, just to say like how much his work meant to me kind of thing. And that was basically it. And I wanted him to sign my copy of Final Fantasy X, and that was the plan. And then I kind of told him about the whole Tidus versus Tidus thing as like a joke. And then he asked me to record the video that you saw there. So like it just completely spontaneously, just because he thought it'd be fun. He was like, why don't we make a little video? And yeah, he recorded that video for me. So it was a really awesome memory. And he's a great guy. As long as he stays away from the summoner. Yeah, the only thing with James Arnold Taylor was that I never managed to do a podcast with him. Like when I was trying to do a little podcast series, I think I've got like 10, 11, 12 podcasts I did back in the day. He was a guy that I really wanted to get on there, but it never quite worked out, unfortunately. Yeah, Sleep and Poison, just doing a nice job together. Don't know if he wakes up here though. On my wrong pronunciation, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, after I got a pass from Jat himself, it's all good. I don't need anyone else's approval. Nothing this time. Alright, let's keep it moving. Yeah, now it's haste, it's true. Is there any need to beat this guy? I guess. It's another one where putting it to sleep is probably a good idea. Yeah, the AE kind of looks cooler, but I kept it simple here. Ugh, this guy's a bit annoying to kill though, he's got so much HP. Permanently scarred from hearing Eunice say Tidus in audio drama. How do we deal with this guy? Was he like... I want to just check the Mandragora's protection against petrification. Did it have any? Anything except petrify is 25% protection. So with a TKO we kind of have a chance, but let me just see how many. I don't even remember how many petrify grenades I got at this point. Maybe I should just use those. Yeah, okay, screw it. Oh yeah, it's definitely one of the reasons that this part of the game is so awesome and so memorable for me. They really knew they had something special here, and they didn't want to kill the vibe. Sleep ward, okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those for Spectral and Unalesca. We might seriously need to do some streamer license and just really hack in a few things, or farm for some things depending on how we're feeling.
Looks like the far plane.
Close enough.
People's thoughts remain here forever. Nope, every single line / moment from him is aura farming. I think again, let's just... We put in the work to farm these, so let's put them to use. I do want to try and steal some more musks though. There you go, 3 musks at once, that's a good steal there. Just try and get as much as we can out of these guys. I think confusion protection feels like it's going to be pretty essential for Unalesca, if we can get there. Still have Spectral Keeper, can't underestimate Spectral Keeper, but... I know at least one person has got to Unalesca, so I know it's possible, and therefore I'm going to assume that one way or another I will get to Unalesca. And the best way is just to keep stealing from these guys. There you go. I think they're going to wake up here. Wow. The sleeping powder lasts so long, the dream powder, sorry. I think at this stage I'm just going to get out of there. Whatever. I don't think I need to beat them. These guys aren't good enough that they have like really useful equipment and stuff, I think. Yeah, true. I mean, the first time I came through here as well, I really thought like this must be basically the end. Like once we get to Zanarkand, there won't be anything to do after that. Because it had already taken me a long time to get this far. So I was very relieved after the events of Zanarkand and getting the airship. Alright, so I think for this one we can just try and get a couple steals in and then move it along. Hey Cotillionaire, welcome to the stream, good to see you. You can do whatever you want to. Within reason. So I guess maybe not whatever you want to. Spiritual Charge. That's not very useful, I think. Hey RJ, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. It's good to be back, yeah? Wow, this encounter's like really frequent here. But we'll take it. It's one of the better ones. I think now we should be able to at least get one Confuse Ward for somebody. But I really think we're probably going to need a whole bunch of armors from scratch to have a chance against Unalesca. I think with what we have so far, it's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. I've continued to surprise myself in this run, so I shouldn't really be saying too much. Only 1 steal out of 3? Come on, man. I think we might not have enough. Okay, we do. Fine. I think it's 30, or is it 20-something? Let's have a look. Ah, okay, it's 16. Fine. Was Confused proof? 32. Yeah, Confused proof might be 32. Okay. Made it. Nice. Show me the long road you have traveled. What was that weird novel where Titus died with an exploding blitzball? Hey, it was written by the guy who wrote Final Fantasy X. Who are we to say that it's weird or bad or wrong or not canon or whatever? It's not for us to decide. But yes, it's pretty wacky. Did we get the flint? Yes, we did. Hardest thing we've done in the challenge so far.
Journeyer of the long road, name yourself.
Okay, Tremor.
I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the island of Besaid.
Your eyes, my dear, show me the long road you have traveled. Very good. You have journeyed well. Lady Yunalesca will surely welcome your arrival. Go to her now, and bring your guardians with you. Go.
Yes.
Yes. Tremor, huh? Didn't we take care of him in Bevel? But there you go. I always wondered, again, like my early playthroughs, it really made me think a little bit of games like, for example, Metal Gear Solid, where it can kind of read what's on your memory card. And I always wondered, like, does the dialogue change there depending on what you've done up until that point? Like, how long has your run been or anything like that? And I think from what I know, it's not. Like, I think he always says the same thing no matter what. But if anyone knows anything to the contrary, do let me know. It's been a while since I looked into it, but a long time ago, I remember, like, looking into it, and I think that he always says the same thing regardless. Like, if it's been 100 hours or if you got there in 2.
If it might benefit the future of Spira, I will gladly give my life. It is the highest honor for which a guardian might ask. Use my life, Lady Yoken, and rid Spira of sin.
What was that?
Our predecessors.
She said Lady Yoken, didn't she? Wait, she guarded High Summoner Yoken?
This dome is filled with fireflies. It's like one gigantic sphere. People's thoughts remain here forever.
Yeah, that's ominous. People's thoughts remain here forever. Okay, let's see if we can make our way through this. Again, I think the dream powders will be doing a lot of work, but also I think this is where we start to get Candle of Life as well, which could be useful for us. Alright, let's make a start. Actually, maybe I should just trigger the autosave. It's a new set of enemies, I could definitely die here, but I should be careful. Okay. Now, again, the only downside really here is that because it's auto-haste, they recover from the sleep a lot more quickly than they would normally. I think evade encounter and fireproof kind of leave you safe here, but I don't think... Does Orin have fireproof?
This ends now.
Yeah, he does. Okay. So I think we should be good here. But definitely want to get some steals in. Let's see what the rare steel was. I forgot if Purifying Salt's the rare steel. Yeah, okay. That's not... I don't want that, I think, here. So alongside everything else, we need an armor change. Let's go to fireproof. Yeah, I think the Candle of Life might be the better one for us. Yeah, they'll wake up, but should be fine. Unless I've made a gross misjudgment. But I think this is a formality here. Just love this part of the game where someday the dream will end and continues to play rather than battle music. I wish they did the same on Mount Gagazette because that's also a really poignant story point. Yeah, I guess that maybe they didn't want to overuse it. I think there's definitely multiple places in the game that could have been a thing. Oh crap, I forgot about Riku. She doesn't have first strike and evade and counter on the same weapon. Auron can just still do this by himself. If you got the patience for it, Auron can just handle everything by himself here. He can solo this. But yeah, since they did it here too, it's interesting. Like at this point in the game, they really decided to make this whole continue the music a thing, and it's a really effective touch. But earlier on in the game, it's just not really used. But yeah, Auron just casually, no sphere grid, end of the game. I'm still kicking ass. Just Auron things. This one he doesn't have counter attack though, so this one would take longer. But I just wanted to get one win like this. I think I'm generally not going to fight these guys. I don't think they have anything I need. So once I got the steals, I can just get out of there. Don't think I need to prove anything here. But I just wanted one win like this, just for kicks. Anytime I see a fight like this, I just think of the PS2 days with no like ×4 speed or anything like that. The patience us challenge players had back in the day. What happens if you holy water these guys? Why don't we find out? I think they must have like an auto zombie. If I had to guess, it probably doesn't get healed. Yeah, you can't heal it. They're too far gone. You can't save them, unfortunately. It's a true zombie. No, you can talk, Maester Erica, with your Bugenhagen badge. You're a bit of an old man yourself. See, that's interesting, Alexa, because I've heard a lot of people say the opposite. Like, a lot of people are kind of sad when the battle quotes stop. And I think I'm one of them. Honestly, I think I prefer... I think they kind of stop too abruptly. I think I would have liked them to be less, or maybe just a bit more kind of serious and significant. But I would have liked more of them, like when you're in the end game. They do kind of really cut off. But that's an interesting take. I think I've heard more people say the contrary, I think. Pandamania, welcome to stream. Good to see you. Yeah, why not both? Hey Jacob Marshall, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Oh, okay, let's be careful here. Oh, this guy's a pain in the ass. He's just really raring to go. Look at the way he's just bouncing. Just wants to take you out ASAP. Hey Miller, welcome to stream. Good to see you as well. I think I'll just get started with some steals here. I think again it's another fight in which we're safe. I think we'd have to really just wear this guy down. Then there's too much else you can do. Ah, Riku doesn't have... I need to remember to swap Riku to evade and counter. Keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, and she got picked on immediately. But again, I'm pretty sure Auron is safe here. So this is another fight where Auron, if he wants to, he can just solo this. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to escape this time. Let's have a look at this again. Perhaps they ran out of time or something to add more. Who knows? I mean, it's something that if I ever got to chat to the developers, it's something I would ask them because it is interesting. Yeah, we are still no spirit. Somehow. Some way. Who else has fireproof, by the way? Nothing. Okay. Gotta update my Patreon card. Yeah, Patreon's one of those platforms where I'm really glad it exists and it supports the channel massively, but because it's like a whole other platform, I think it's difficult for content creators, especially solo content creators like me that don't have a team of people like running their shit, to kind of be active across multiple platforms and do all of like the admin work necessary across it. And I think also for people that are pledging on there, it's a bit of a, you kind of do it and then forget about it because it's just yet another platform to just constantly check back in on, so I get it. But unfortunately there's not too many great alternatives, and the people who do what we do and have such a like up and down roller coaster income situation, stuff like Patreon is just, it's still really important. And I think like also putting all of your eggs into one basket, like having your sole income be only YouTube and nothing else, I think that's just dangerous. So it's always been something I've tried to kind of keep up as much as I can over the years, and it's definitely been super helpful. So shout out to all the patrons, of course. Now this guy is a bit of a beast. We can just shoot it and star him. Can Riku, like, not get taken out for once? We could probably make Auron survive Haymaker if we really wanted to, but I don't think it's necessary. Woof. Straight in with one. We can't shoot in star now. Let's get that. Yeah. Damn. Why is he just purely Haymakering? What's going on? Let's try and... I think Auron is guaranteed to get hit with the Haymaker. Yeah, he's the Haymaker magnet. Yeah. Ouch. Yeah, we nearly got wrecked here. We nearly got wrecked here. This guy's actually a little dangerous, I think. More than a little. He is dangerous. He could give me a game over if I fail to escape here. Yikes. What even was his mechanics for using Haymaker? It's so frequent. What was the deal with that? Seems like Carithian's back, so he could probably just tell me, but I'm just looking it up anyway. What's his deal? Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, Haymaker should be 33% of the time. It feels like he's done it a lot more than that. And yes, Auron does have priority on Haymaker. Literally, like the branch, the AI branch here is Decision 1. Is Auron present in battle? Yes. Haymaker targets Auron. If he's not present, then targets the character with the lowest HP. That's what he does. Also, what was this guy's Doom counter? It's 10 turns. Basically, the reason I wanted to steal a lot of Candles of Life as well is that Doom's not the worst. It works on a lot of enemies. And so I kind of wanted to try it, but obviously now's not a good time. But I've kind of put myself into a bit of a hole here. This is not a good idea. So we have a 75% chance of escaping, 25% chance of that failing, and then there's a 33% chance that it's a Haymaker. So it's like a quarter times a third. There's like a 1 in 12 chance that I die if I try to escape here. I just don't want to use the final Mega Phoenix here. I feel like that's so wasteful. Yeah, that Haymaker kind of happened way too fast. It used it quite a lot. Ah, there you go. Ooh. Damn you, Riku. Gave me a scare. Woo. Sheesh. That was close. Yeah, I think basically here we have good armors, but because we need to swap them around, it just automatically makes things a lot more dangerous. Yeah, she does have an evading counter weapon, but obviously the Haymaker just ignores that. So if it had chosen to use Haymaker there, we would have had a game over. Okay. So first of all, let's not make the same mistake we've been making. Let's switch to this guy. Yeah, from what I know, it's 75% chance that you escape, but in that's what it is in theory, and I've always said that it's never felt right to me. But Karifian's always said like it really is just that it's like a subjective experience that you're having there. Like the reality is that it is 75%. I think that's been the conclusion of our conversations about it. Alright, just to double check that we haven't messed something up. Evade encounter. And victorious. Okay, I want to steal from these guys. I need some more candles of life. Okay. So this may take a little while, but I think it's necessary. Getting some good steals. Yeah, I never really, I never cared enough to test it. Like, it wasn't important enough to me to test it, this whole, like, escape thing. It was just a feeling that I always had. And I was pretty sure, like, I wasn't going to argue once people, like, I dived deeper into it, and people I really trust and sources that I trust told me that it is 75% escape chance. I was just like, okay, you're right. It's a me thing. I'm not going to try and disprove this. That's the kind of thing that makes people think No Suga Shinryu is actually possible. Yeah, it's like, hey, I had this one time where I actually did this, like, sequence of turns. Surely. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I think that's fine here. 3 holy waters, nice. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. I mean, if I really wanted to, again, I could just wear these guys down. Just for sake of getting a win. I feel like I've escaped a lot of stuff here. Let's not wimp out of everything. I've still got my shining gems. I kind of forgot about those. We did the capturing. That could definitely be useful. Hey Rashid, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. What else do we have? Let's just throw some random stuff. Thanks, Rayfield. Appreciate that. Spectral, I remember generally being quite quick anyway, so it might be interesting. By interesting, I mean difficult. But yeah, next time I'll escape from this, but I just wanted to nab a win. Hey Jitgeek, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Oh, Tetra Ring. They could drop things like that. Holy shit. If 2 party members are KO'd, does the Machina still use Thrust Kick? I think it does. Let's check this out. The reason I was not focusing too much on beating these guys because I was like, oh, they don't drop anything that useful. What on earth? Holy crap. Wow. I did not think it would drop something like that. It was the... I'm trying to see which one dropped it. I think it was the YKT that dropped it. Wow. 4 slot is a 10% chance that it drops. So it has a drop rate of 11%, apparently. And it has a temp... What? So that was an insane drop. So that was like a 1 in 100 drop? I think that was a 1 in 100 drop. And well, it's even more than that because it has anywhere from 0 abilities to 1 ability pre-kind of done on there. And the chances that there's nothing pre-kind of on there is 50%. That was a 1 in 200 drop, I think, if I haven't got it wrong. Holy crap. And this is like the perfect time where you're like, oh, if only it was on Riku. But no, that was an insane drop. I gotta make sure I get to the end. I'm sure it could prove useful in some way. But that was a hell of a drop there. Okay, yeah, let's not fumble this, indeed. Well, having this save here is going to help us make sure we don't.
No! Mother, no! I don't want you to become a fiend! There is no other way. Use me and defeat sin. Only then will the people accept you. I don't care about them! I need you, Mother! No one else! I don't have much time left.
Hey, wasn't that...
Seymour?
Seymour! I think I'll do the same thing every time. Where I go to the dead end first. Okay. Same again. Seymour Trauma. That should have been like his 5th version. Wow, immediately just like did a seek and destroy on Tidus there. Especially on Haste, like it just looks so brutal. Haste and ×4 just instantly crushed him. Super Nintendo charms. How do we not get the full backstory on him? Maybe it would have made you more ambiguous about how you feel about him if they gave you too much. But hey, maybe that's something they can definitely explore in a future remake. Who knows? Now I'm like, I should take out this YKT, farm some more of those 4-slot drops. I mean, Riku did kill it, so I thought maybe there's a bit of a better chance that she gets one, but is there an efficient way for me to kill this guy? Not really. 5,300. I don't want to use too many Poison Fangs. But I'm just going to kill it anyway. Yeah, if I had more bomb cores, I would have done it, but I just don't really have too many. I think all in all, like, Spec's Sanctuary Keeper was fine, but I think we're going to hit a wall in terms of our inventory pretty soon anyway, where it's going to be like you have to either just farm or just hack a bunch of stuff in to keep going, because I think I've done my best to not do too much of that, and I think there's been pretty little of it so far. But I think we're pushing the limit. So try and get one more steel maybe, and then move it on. I think we only have a few more encounters left here. There you go. Nice. Yeah, just Unaleska, nothing major. Should be simple enough. Damn it! You see, this is what normally would have happened. Not even a weapon drop there, or like an equipment drop. But gotta stay careful here. Basically, after every fight, I need to readjust. Oh, I got it right this time. Friend sphere. Okay. The encounter rate is pretty high. Actually, what is the doom counter on this guy? Does it have a doom counter? Let's have a quick look. 15 turns, wow. Honestly though, on this like auto-haste thing, 15 turns will probably go by pretty fast. Let's do it. This is where you can actually use the speed of the enemy against them. This is one area where the auto-haste challenge actually benefits us. I think poison is one, definitely, and doom is another. Leska third phase is going to be interesting. I think phase 2 is going to be pretty interesting too, and I think so is Spectral Keeper. I'm not sure I'll get past Spectral Keeper in this one. Anyway, we have about an hour and 10 minutes or so of streaming left today. But yeah, Doom was enough. 15 turns. That's basically what we needed to get a decent number of steals anyway. Nice. Kind of want to see what Lord Zeon looked like as an Aeon. Yeah. Don't know if any artists over the years have tried to do some stuff. I think I'll try one more time. Nice. Okay, I think that's enough. Alright lads, that's enough. Let's go. I'm not even going to get an equipment drop again. I got like the crazy rare one, and I think that's going to be that. Which would be fair, given how lucky the unit drop was. Oh shit, okay. This encounter. I kind of don't want to use up overdrives if I could help it, but I think I might need to for this. Let's see. Yeah, they got a lot of HP. Do you have any stamina tablets left removed? No, I don't have any left. But that's one of those where, again, we'll decide. Either we're going to basically just hack them in, or we're going to do a little backtracking. Let's see what happens. Bye-bye. Okay, so when these guys were close range, does it mean that you're safe again? Let me double check this. These are the kind of details that if you get it wrong, you die. Yeah, if it's a close range attack, then it does its single move, and the single one can be dodged. So I believe now we're safe. Yeah, that's a good call, based on what we've seen in Final Fantasy X-2. Creefian saying some people think Lord Zeon's final Aeon looks like Paragon. That's fair. I doubt they thought about that too hard when they were making X-2. Like, as in, it's just a formidable, like, cool-looking boss design to put near the end of a heavy dungeon, so I don't know how much they wanted to link it specifically to Zeon, but why not? Yeah. I wouldn't say I agree with it, but it's not. I wouldn't call it completely like invalid as an idea. So yeah, we're safe against these guys, which is nice. I think I'll take them out. Why not? So as long as you take out the guy at the front, I didn't really want to use a shining gem for it. I guess I could have hit it with a shining gem to make sure, or like another overdrive, but I think Oren's one is not going to be useful against Spectral Keeper or Unaleska, so it should be fine. There you go, another one down. Are there any storyline bosses coming up that have a Doom counter? I use Doom against storyline bosses. I even try to, or even think about it so rarely that it doesn't tend to cross my mind. I always think of it for certain, like, I don't know, it's like Omega Weapon or something. Yeah, we still got a little bit of work to do here. Stay focused. Do not want to mess up now. Hey lads. See, they got the models for them here, and like they're running and all that stuff. Like, to me, it just feels like there's got to be a way to just, those models, those animations that they used to run, extract those, swap them with these characters, and create some kind of Eject, Braska, and Oren mod. I feel like that's got to happen. Yes, indeed, it's no Svigrid. Still. Oren learning Dance Overdrive would be good for that fight. Yeah, we definitely got a few modes to work with. At least Oren and Riku do.
Hey, Braska. You don't have to do this.
Thank you for your concern.
Fine, I said my piece.
Well, I haven't. Lord Braska, let us go back. I don't want to see you die. You knew this was to happen, my friend. Yes, but I cannot accept it. Oren, I am honored that you care for me so. But I have come to kill grief itself. I will defeat sin and lift the veil of sorrow covering Spira. Please understand, Oren.
Damn. Braska doing a bit of his own aura farming. I have come to kill grief itself. It's such a powerful line. I also feel like Aeons don't keep their names after becoming Aeon? Anaeon? As you can change the name of figure on Aeon Stone. Okay. I think I generally get what you're trying to say. A few more Candle of Life here. Let's get him. So I think this should be the last fight before Spectral Keeper. We'll see if our resources can get us through. But with these challenges, for me, like it really is, I literally just need to see what the CTB even looks like. I just can't, I'm not very good at envisioning it in advance and being like, I don't know, oh, I know Spectral Keeper's agility is, I don't know, 30 or something, and then like, oh, if it's hasted up, then that means it will get 4 turns every one of mine, so it will look like this. It's like, I just need to go in and just see it and then try to kind of work from there. Why are you doing Nose Figured? Because I'm just a little bit crazy, that's why. In reality, if I didn't do Nose Figured, it would just be too easy, and the challenge wouldn't be that fun. It would just be like, you gave it a catchy name, but ultimately it just ended up being pretty easy and just like not looking that different from a normal playthrough. I think for any player who has some experience with the game, like the enemies being auto-hasted, I think is not really a problem. There's a lot of ways you can work around it, you know, if you're not doing Nose Figured. You can always just obviously level up your own agility to try and keep up with it more, and that kind of thing. So I didn't start the challenge with that intention though, to be fair, just because I genuinely didn't know how difficult it would be like as you got further and further in. I was thinking by like the mid game it would start to get too hard and it would just get really just like silly to continue the challenge like that, but it stayed at a level that I thought I could still keep making progress and have fun with. So we just kept going, and we just kept going and going and going. Someday the challenge will end, that's for sure. Pretty certain we can't complete the game, but we'll just have to see. I think no, I tell a lie. I think we can complete the game with Nose Figured stats, but it just really depends. Again, what are you willing to give up in order to do it? So, like for example, are you willing to start using Trio of Quad 9? Are you willing to do that kind of thing? And then obviously it looks different. Like, are you willing to summon, etc., etc. Nose Figured, Auto-Haste, or attack only? Oh, that's a good question. I think Nose Figured, Auto-Haste for sure. Attack only was just, it was cool because it was more interesting than I thought, but obviously you can't deny the fact that there's just a lot less that you can do because it is a attack only challenge. I think Final Fantasy VIII's attack only challenge I enjoyed the most of all the ones I've done so far. Like, that was one of my favorite challenges I've ever done on the channel. It was really awesome. But the Final Fantasy X one, I think, this one was definitely more interesting. I had to come up with more strategies and ideas, and it made for more interesting scenarios, I think. Is there a mix that gives you... No, you can't do that one. Quad 9 is the highest you can go. That would have been pretty insane, though, if you had a mix that could give you 99,999 everything. Alright, there we go. Spectral Keeper soon. Is there another one here? Oh. This bit I'm always sus that I've missed a chest somewhere along here. Maybe I literally did now, again.
Are the trials ahead?
Probably.
Here too, huh? Give me a break. I was expecting, you know, parades and fireworks.
You can ask for them after I defeat Sin.
Hey, Sausage 499, good to see you. It's been a long time. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the Tetris cloister. Let's go. Okay. Trying to remember, could you backtrack after doing it? Like, can you do the cloister of trials? Basically set up the fight with Spectral and then backtrack if you wanted to? I think you could, right? Yeah, Braska using the save sphere is a great moment. But yeah, does anyone know if you can backtrack at that point? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, the room with the save in it, I'm pretty sure you can just come back out to this bit. Okay. Oh, literally I didn't step on the first one to start it off.